I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to be talking about I dream about my ex. I hear this all the time. People talk about really powerful dreams that they have about their ex that a lot of times send them into a tailspin.
Oh yeah.
They get really overwhelmed and they put all this interpretation and meaning behind it.
Right.
And it's normal. Earlier today, I was telling Margaret and Victoria about a dream that I had 10 years ago with the Applebee's girl that I can still remember parts of the dream so vividly where it felt like almost like I was drowning. And I actually told Margaret about it at the time.
Yes.
But it's still so powerful in my unconscious that I can remember that part of feeling like I'm underwater and drowning and just this brown murky water all over me because we were in a lake in the dream on the boat. And so it was just, these kind of things can have a big impact on you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know? And so we're going to talk about this today and how it's normal to have dreams about your ex after a breakup. And you're probably feeling very depressed. And, if you're sleeping a lot, that could mean a lot more dreaming, or it might mean a lot more daydreaming.
Yeah.
When you're
sure.
awake.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're almost like in a trance-like state, dreaming.
Clear
about
into
things.
space, right.
And also your anxiety can keep you up all night, and then you find yourself crashing during the day or taking naps, or those really good naps that leave lines all over your body. So it's very common to have a lot of dreams about your ex if you're going through a breakup, and it's also really common to remember them. Many of you might be people who just don't remember dreams, and you find yourself remembering them vividly because now they are more memorable that your ex is in them. So dreams can be really impactful, and the more vivid the dream is, the more it kind of sticks with you, even throughout the next day, maybe even the whole week.
Sure.
Yeah, one of the things that happens is like you almost feel like you're with that person again.
Yeah.
And you don't want to wake up from the dream because it feels so
Exactly.
real.
Exactly.
Like I'm with them and you're and you might be trying to control the situation because in the dreams you feel, if you're conscious enough, you feel like you can control the dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just feel like you're so out of control. But yeah, it's like you don't want to wake up from that because it's like I feel like I'm with them again, and it's kind of comforting. A lot of times you don't hear from your ex for long periods of time. So the dream might be the only way you feel close or connected to them.
It's interesting you say that because thinking back, after every major loss that I've had in my life, I've had a dream where either that person is still alive or in the dream they're alive and talking with me as if, wow, that whole crazy death thing, isn't it crazy that happened?
Yeah.
So it's really crazy that dreams can be so powerful in that way and bring people back like they're actually there.
Yeah. And we really like the idea of tapping into the unconscious. And actually that was a big part of the creative healing course is that I think in section 1 we cover the unconscious.
Yeah.
And we have one of the activities, I can't remember if it's a homework, but we have a dream diary.
Yeah.
And we have an art therapy activity about exploring your unconscious because we really see how powerful the unconscious is in processing and dealing with the breakup. You gotta get into there and explore that stuff and, express what's going on within you because it can be so overwhelming. And when you have those dreams about your ex, it almost puts your body in the state of panic, where it feels so real.
Absolutely.
That you just have all these emotions stirred up, like it really just happened. Sometimes you wake up and it feels like, oh my gosh, this thing really just happened in real life. And so it can really overwhelm you, and a lot of times I think it makes people panic and reach out to their ex.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's really, our unconscious is extremely important. And dreams are one of the major ways of how our unconscious communicates with our conscious.
So another thing that's important to note too is that our unconscious is unfiltered, not like the way our conscious brain is. So it has a way of drawing out this raw emotion without checking if it's socially acceptable first, or without passing through the filter in your brain. So I think this is the way of the unconscious to show you your real emotions, unfiltered, touched by anything.
Yeah, and so we know how powerful a dream can be about your ex, and when you're going through a breakup, and can keep you really feeling confused and trying to interpret what it means. And, sometimes the unconscious has a weird mix of like things that make sense and things that are like, what the heck is this about?
Yeah, dreams are in the unconscious. It's kind of more like poetry than like a straight out sentence. Some of it is regular words and regular logic like we would use during the day. And the other thing is much more like a poem with themes. There are themes and rhymes and all kinds of things like that. So it can take a little bit of time to sort it all out. But dreams can be very helpful.
And they can be very useful in helping you process life events. So me being the little nosy person that I am, I sought out to
Curious.
Curious, I like that. I sought out to find some sort of research to back this up.
Good.
And I found a study by R.D. Cartwright who looked into dreaming after divorce, or while people are going through a divorce.
Interesting.
So he researched 49 subjects, and he found that depressed subjects who incorporated their ex-spouse into their dreams at the time of the breakup were significantly less depressed and significantly better adjusted to their new life at the follow-up point than subjects who did not.
Interesting.
Yes.
And he also wrote in the study that persons who are depressed during a stressful time in their life, who dream with strong feelings and who incorporate the stressor directly into their dreams, appear to work through their depression more successfully than those who do not.
So it sounds like he found what we thought, which is when you explore that unconscious, you process things and you work through them better.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, your unconscious is a place of much treasure if you can figure out the language it speaks.
Which is the confusing thing.
Yeah.
So as important as it is to think about the content of the dream and what happened, it's also important to remember about how you felt in the dream and how you felt after the dream, because those can be very telling about your experience, what's really bothering you. It can really pinpoint exactly what it is without all of these other filters.
One of the frustrating things is that it's like right when you're coming out of that unconscious to being awake, you forget half of the dream instantly. And you're like, wait a minute, what was that one part where it jumps from this thing and now I can't remember? And that's so frustrating. I think that's why we had the dream diary in the creative healing course, where we really wanted to explore that. Because I remember waking up with these nightmares and dreams about my ex at the time.
I remember.
And then you want to remember it and try and figure out what it means. But then your unconscious kind of like, it's like blocks.
Takes it back.
Yeah.
I gave you this once, you didn't get it. And if you don't get it, sometimes it'll do it again to give you another shot at it.
But sometimes it's something really ordinary.
You want to say to your unconscious, speak English, will you?
Yeah, it's something really bizarre and something really ordinary at the same time, and you're just like, what does this mean? What are the symbolism of this situation? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And dreams can be so random. So I found that some researchers think that the randomness of dreams is due to your brain trying to consolidate all of the memories that happened. And then I also found that other researchers think that the unexpected elements of dreams are to make the intensity of the emotion more tolerable. So I can imagine you're having a dream about your ex, and in the dream maybe they're I don't know, flying off or skating away or something, and then there's like a random guinea pig to ease the tension of the moment.
The guinea pig's like, pet me, I will help you.
Yeah, I can help
My
you.
fluffiness will help you relax. Yeah, you may see themes come up again and again, or sometimes the same dream. You'll have the same dream come up again and again, or an event that comes up in different types of dreams that you're trying to figure out what it is going on there. Your unconscious is trying to process all these things that are so scary and overwhelming with feelings that it's a bit traumatizing, because the breakup is traumatizing. And so your unconscious has to deal with this really powerful event that probably brings us back to childhood wounds at the same time. And so it just can be so overwhelming that we panic, and a lot of times we're like, oh, I got to call my ex. I had a bad dream about them.
Yeah.
Or maybe the dream means I should call my ex.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think you touched on a really important point, because having nightmares is also a sign of trauma and
Absolutely.
a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Breakups can be really traumatic.
Oh, absolutely. And remember, every loss brings up every other loss. So, yes, it can be extremely traumatic.
So your brain might be even replaying scenes of them rejecting you. I know I've personally experienced that before after a breakup, where every dream I had of my ex, there was some theme of rejection. And I think it mirrored my overall feelings of being in that relationship. So if you feel that these dreams are so intense and they're drawing out all this intense emotion, talk about it. Find a local therapist that you can process this with, preferably somebody who's more on the psychoanalytic side. They might be more willing to dive deep with you on that level. But there's definitely people out there.
Oh, yes, exactly. I've had several calls as a direct result of people having dreams. And I remember one gentleman was panic-stricken. It was almost a year ago that he had the breakup. And he said, I'm calling because I'm so scared that this means I thought I was grieving all year, and I was afraid this meant I hadn't done it. When I actually thought that it was a reminder from his unconscious that he had done it, and that they were working together. And I said, no, I think you're fine, because he really had grieved. So his unconscious was saying, okay, I'm on board with this. Probably our unconscious, after it gives us the same dream about 4 times and we don't get it, says, I better try something more dramatic. They didn't get it yet.
Yeah, dreams can help you process and get in touch with your unconscious. So it's good to do your best to try and remember them or write them down as soon as you wake up. Putting it down to paper can be a good way to put words to it. And I think will help you kind of remember them.
Absolutely. The minute you can put words to it, you got a better handle on it. And I can't claim that I said that dreams were the royal road to the unconscious. It was our friend Dr. Freud, who wrote a 900-page book on dreams and the interpretation of dreams, which I had to read when I was in school. All 900 pages.
Wow.
Did you dream about it?
Absolutely, many times. Yes, I woke up in a sweat. Yeah.
All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you've had any really powerful dreams or reoccurring dreams or nightmares about your ex. Share your experiences in the comments and see if other people can relate to that. Of course, if you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret, of course, is available for Skype coaching.
If you think I can be helpful, please sign up.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website, and Coach Victoria will continue to be in videos with us.
I'll be here.
And eventually you'll get to do coaching with her as well. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon. To get my help personally, go to askcraig.net and click on Schedule Coaching and choose the option that works best for you. I do email coaching or Skype. To schedule a coaching with Margaret, click on Margaret on the top of the page and order a Skype with her. For the Knowledge Creative Healing course, click on the link at the top of the page and click Get Started Now.